It's Week 9 of the NFL, and we get to watch Durham Smythe. He's coming off a 120-yard game through the air last week. It's the Patriots and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new, and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple of little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Marcus Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Back to throw, Howell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. 3rd and long, here's Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. The all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Jones. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown! Kendrick Bourne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 20 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life in the ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Jones now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Down to the 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd and goal. Jones rolling to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looking deep for Elliott. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott, 55 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Ryland on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Ryland now following the touchdown. Back out to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Option left. Howell's going to run with it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Here's Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down, Howell to throw.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
2nd and 10. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get it to him again.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now wrecking.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
That one good for 37 yards. Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Chase Young
able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Jones throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second down, Howell now. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Howell out of the shotgun. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt.
Pressure coming, and this looks like a short kick. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Marcus Jones, a return man. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Now Jones throwing to start the drive.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. To the sideline and incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that with no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Howell throwing on third down here.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. Here's Tress Way now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
To throw again on second down. Jones, open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Still going inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this is called. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense back out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, Howell back to pass. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Now Elliott, and he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Howe will throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Howell looking to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Elliott on 1st down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing, Jones. This one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jones now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 1st down, Howell to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep and a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They go to Elliott again. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Now 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Inside give to Elliott. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance,